Sorry, that's on Martin Hemmingsen. I'm sorry. He was being too greedy there. Hemmingsen is being, I think, in my opinion, too greedy.
The gap was there for a split second, I think. And then it closed as soon as he got his front nose in. To be honest, I'm amazed that it was him that spun out of the three.
Yeah, stream is not up by the looks of it, but looks like they're working on it. But yeah, chaos there. Hemmingsen out of contention there. Fairclough's lost the rear wing and is falling back through the field as well. Back at the front of the field, McGaugy leads. Danny Robbins in second place. Meister third. Colache fourth. De Vries in fifth. Tom Stevens in sixth. Simon Frelick seventh. Watson eighth. Hoekstra ninth. Harvey 10th. Stephen Lexo in P11. Moscato in 12th. Luca Flas 13th. Hakimi 14th. And Tom Voss running out the 15th.
I think Moscato was involved twice in that incident where we saw Mike Bell rolling over. Because it looked as if someone ran into the back of him. But that's what we thought had triggered it. Someone ran into the back of him at the bus stop, but obviously he'd already turned Fairclough round on the exit of Blanchemont.
So I'll just try and keep the stream as updated as we can. McGaugy leads.
Yeah, McGaugy leads. Robbins second. Meister third.
There we go. Oh, it looks like McGaugy. Oh, Meister, sorry, trying to go around the outside. Can't do it. Kalachai still in contention here for a great result. Sven Vries still on the attack. And probably now looking like the fact that Martin Hemmingsen well down the field. There's contact. I've just seen there between Van der May and Lucas Lichten. Dan Hutt also involved there as well. But Martin Hemmingsen down in 26th place.
Caitlin Penny's been into the pit lane. Waring and Fairclough both retired.
Yeah, but they're both out of the way. A disaster for Andrew Waring. It's not worked out for him whatsoever at all. There is McGaugy up in the lead. Robbins second. Meister third. Klutze fourth. Sven Vries in fifth. Tom Stevens sixth. Frelick seventh. Amari Watson eighth. Hoekstra ninth. Harvey 10th. Lexo in P11. Moscato 12th. Luca Flask in 13th. Hakimi 14th. Tom Voss rounding up the top 15. But it's very close. McGaugy started to have a long train of cars behind him as we start lap 4.
To be fair, the pace is pretty good, isn't it? The pace is pretty strong considering, usually the flip race, the pace will drop a little bit because obviously you flipped 15 or 10-15 to the top. So pace looks pretty good. Everyone's behaving themselves pretty much. And we haven't really had the craziness of race 1 yet.
We haven't, have we? I'll just say it's been pretty clean in the screen. Hopefully. No, still not up by the looks of it. We can't change. Okay, okie dokie. So, if the stream is up, hopefully you can see it, but I can't see it on my stream anyway. But I'll just keep going as looking normal. So, apologies for that. So McGaugy leads, Robbins second, Meister third, Kalache fourth, De Vries fifth, Stevens sixth, Frelick seventh, Mario Watson eighth, Hoekstra ninth, Harvey 10th, Lexo 11th, Moscato 12th, Flas 13th now, Hakimi 14th, Tom Voss in 15th position. Only 2 retirements so far. Andrew Ware and Deegan Fairclough. The big highlights here, main talk point in the race, I should say. Hemmingsen down in 25th after an incident going towards Les Combes. And it's debatable whose fault it was. I pin it on Hemmingsen just being too greedy. There was 2 cars very close to each other and he tried to fit in between the gap that really wasn't there to start with.
Yeah, it was an overtake being made in front of him, and then the cars fanned out to get ready for the overtake into Les Combes. A gap opened up momentarily that Hemmingsen thought, I'll go down that, and then the gap closed straight away as the 2 cars came together. Natural, no one's fault in terms of getting penalties or anything after the race.
Yeah.
But yeah, just racing instrument. A shame because Hemmingsen was flying after the first lap as well. But you know, like I said to you as well at the time, I'm surprised out of the three that got into contact, it was Hemmenson being the car behind making contact with the front wing that actually spun round. I thought it would be one of the front three.
I thought so. So just saying, De Vries has got past Clutch Shy initially at least. They're going towards Lecoum once again. And De Vries holds on. He's up to 4th, Clutch Shy 5th, Stephen 6th, Relic 7th. And Amari Watson 8th. Was contact off. We just heard a bang somewhere on track. Is that for Eau Rouge? It is. It's Lucas Lichten. He's out of the race. He's had a crash at Eau Rouge. And I think Van der May was also involved. He's got steering damage on his car as well. So it's like Van der May and Lichten come together somewhere on circuit, and that's Lucas Lichten out of the race. A pretty torrid time for him in the Marcus Racing car. But back at front, McGaughey still leads. Danny Robbins still in 2nd position. Just a must have. Car crash at the back. Kalachai's out. Kalachai's had an incident. His rear wing has come off the car, and is that him just running wide? It is just him running wide off the circuit. A mistake there from the Hungarian. And he tries to drive on the AstroTurf on the outside of the circuit, the green stuff, and into the wall she goes.
That's a shame. He's done absolutely fantastic tonight. That's the first foot that he's put wrong, and quite gutted for him, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not a deal, but hopefully he's had at least a good learning experience in GPWC. Hope he comes back and takes part again in a future event.
Absolutely.
But that, of course, has promoted Tom Stevens to 5th. So this looks a cracking race of Thunderdog. P1 and P5. This will help their championship out a huge amount. Simon Frelick now in the sole RBA car. Looking to change that a little bit in P6. Hoekstra 7th. Amari Watson 8th. Harvey 9th. So all the quick guys in race 1, they're not really making the progress that they may have wanted to. Lexo in 10th and a bit of a gap to Moscato in 11th. Looking like he's in it points again. Last 12th. And then Voss, Hakimi, and Augustin ran it to 15.
Yeah, of course, when they're these close, or when they're this close even, to the car ahead in the train like they are, you're not really going to get many overtakes in DRS because they're all pulling each other along. So it's really waiting for one person to make a mistake, and then like we saw in race 1, they'll cluster up together, and then it's all about who's bravest on the brakes into the braking zone.
Yep, that is the case. So, yeah, it looks like we are back online at least, but without any cameras. So, it's a bit of a radio stream by the sounds of it, but hope you keep an eye on some. Oh, cameras are up. Oh, McGaughey's lost it. McGaughey has lost it, going out of Huon. And that's promoted Danny Robbins back into the lead.
McGaughey's got down to problematic then. Huon's being really problematic for the guys up front. You know, just running wide a little bit and losing their back end. McGaughey managed to keep it out of the barrier this time, continues, and you know, 4th isn't that bad considering what we saw happen to Koloksai. So let's see if he can make up for that, because he was looking so calm and collected in the lead.
Yeah, he was, and now he has just been way to get down here. 4th position, not ideal, but still in a great position. Yeah, Danny Robbins for Geo Grand Prix. There has been some critics, but this will shut a lot of people up, I think, down the pit lane, who feel, oh, yeah, you know, new team and stuff like that. Look, I've always said, you know, new team is a great place to start from the challenge, you know, and new teams have come in and won on their debut as well, particularly last year. Oh, sorry.
I wonder who that was.
No, it was a fiery entrance, shall we say. But Justin Meister might be looking to change that a little bit now with the 86E racing car. Ahead, at least for now, we're going to get into the braking zone, into Lecoum now, and he's got the move done. Meister into the lead, taking the lead from Danny Robbins, but got to watch out for Sven de Vries. He's hungry to go out this season with a plum. And he's in 3rd position, closing these guys down at the rate of knots.
Yeah, he is, but you can see the top 3 now just starting to create a gap to McGaughey. Someone's gone off at the back there.
Hakimi's had a spin, and so has Moscato. Moscato and Hakimi's into the wall and lost his rear wing on his debut down to P20. But what that has done is permitted Eric Teska up to 15th, Kabashik 14th, so that'd be important points to Nova. And Moscato's actually rejoined top position off that spin, so not too bad from him. there as well. But Meister still leads. Robbins in second, De Vries in third position as well. But De Vries closing in now on the back of Danny Robbins to give him to the bus stop.
Speed differential's quite big, isn't it? It's really closing as they go down into the bus stop. He'll have a move down the outside. Danny Robbins hold on down the inside. Can he switch back around the final corner? A bit of contact. And De Vries has got the line, he's got the drive, and De Vries will stick to the outside into La Source. That will give him better drive as well for the run down into Arish.
And a clever little move across, actually, as he stopped Robinson inside, but he's made a mistake, and Robbins is actually going back past Sven De Vries as well. As he lifts off the throttle there, De Vries a little bit, just to make sure he's behind him into Eridge, and now De Vries will actually have DRS going down here again. So he's got a second bite of the cherry down the straight here as well. I'm just behind them. You just see McGaughey and Frelick also looking to make moves, but De Vries is now past Danny Robbins. Robbins goes a little bit deep there. Frelick and McGaughey have sorted out their differences, with Frelick coming out on top of that particular battle. Stevens, Hoekstra, Watson, Harvey, and Lexo rounds up the 10 as we're until our 8th lap, so 3.5 laps to go.
Yeah, and all of that has helped Justin Meister create a bit of a gap out in front. De Vries isn't in DRS range at the moment, so we'll see if he can draw that in by the end of the lap, so that he can have a run into Les Combes on the next lap.
Fingers crossed for him. Just a question in the chat. What happened to Kalutschai? Well, Kalutschai binned it 3 laps ago, I believe now, into the wall, lost his rear wing at Pouhon, and that put him downhill. I think he might actually be out of the race as well. Can't quite tell. Yes, he is out of the race as well. Yeah. Unfortunate stuff for him, but a bright debut indeed, and we hope to see him back once again. But Meister now 1.4 seconds from De Vries, but De Vries has got those eyes lit up. Getting that black gap down. He's getting the magnets turned on as we're just about to start lap 9 here. You're in 3 laps going. Look at this battle behind. Just notice this for P5. You've got McGaughey. Hoekstra making his way through the field as well. Stevens in there. Watson in there. Harvey in there as well. So they're going 3 wide into turn 1. That's not a sensible idea, guys. And Lexo looking to get the pieces as well.
And this is what we were saying, is as soon as you've got that break in the DRS train, all of a sudden you've got packs, mini packs fighting it out with each other, and it does give a bit more opportunity for some magic to happen. So I think we'll see down into Les Combes now. We might even go 3 wide at the back there with Harvey, Watson and Stevens.
Yeah, Stevens looks like he's going to come out on top of that one. Watson, Harvey battling out again like they did earlier on. Watson's staying ahead for now. Lexo trying to pick up some pieces as he runs a bit wide, kicking up the gravel a little bit out of there as well. But Meister still leads. He might just do this, He might just do this. Sven De Vries is it's going to be attack. And now to the end of the race. But Meister, it's a 1 second gap. He's out of DRS range for now, at least. The pressure's definitely going to be on Justin Meister in these late laps here.
Yeah, Tom Voss has just made a move past Moscato for P12. Carbacho tried to make his way through Tom Moscato.
Excellent stuff there as well. And for Justin Meister, he may become the 11th winner of the season as well. We've had 10 different winners so far this year. We've had likes of Fairclough, Lexo, Parker, Harvey, Reed, Branton, Waring, Holmes, and De Vries and Hamilton all winning. Can today Justin Meister become the 11th different winner of the season here as well? It might be the 20th race of the season as well. So nearly a 1-in-2 ratio. Yeah, the gap's still coming down a little bit. De Vries closed up by 2/10 that time around. 56.8 from Meister, 56 from De Vries. Robin's still holding on to the podium for now. Frelick in P4. And then we've got Hoekstra there in a bit of no man's land now in P5, but looking really good in the second half of this race. McGaughey 6th, Stevens 7th, the 2 teammates trying to work together to build a gap to P8, which is Amari Watson. And then Thomas Harvey and Stephen Lexer in 10th. Then we got Luca Fast 11th, Tom Voss in 12th, now building a gap from the back behind Moscato. P13, Jacob Kabash at over 14th, Eric Tester 15th. Brisk trying to maybe snatch a point. Currently running that battle from 16th position. And Stephen Lexo's passed to 9th position. He's passed Thomas Harvey. Harvey dropping back now a little bit from this battle. Just ahead of him.
I think Stephen's got past McGaugy as well at the same time. Robbins is in trouble though, because I think Frelic's got DRS to him. I don't think Robbins has got DRS for Zender Free, so that could be something that we see on the final lap.
Could do indeed. You know, and it's still a long lap, so even if you have half a second, 6/10, 7/10 head to start a lap, you could be in problems when you get down to the bus stop at the end of the lap. And anything can happen. I seem to remember back in 2018, I believe, and I'm mistaken, David Krupa was leading into the final lap in Formula Challenge and binned it with half a lap to go with like a 3 to 4 second gap behind him as well. All he had to do was basically cruise home, and he spun going into sector 3. So if it was David Krupa, I do apologise, but I'm pretty sure it was here in 2018 in Spa that happened. But we're
Sven's a lot closer.
I was going to say Sven de Vries a lot closer because we're going to start the final lap. The gap's 6/10. Now, as de Vries is now going to have DRS down the pit straight, also down towards Les Combes as well. He gets out a good exit there. Is he going to be close enough? We're going to see a close battle as well for P3 as well, so we're going to keep an eye on that. Battle for the lead is the main focus. Let's go through Eau Rouge. Down the Camel Straight for the last time here this evening. Freeze DRS open. He's on the limiter though. He's closing, but he's on the limiter already. He's got the shorter gearing on that car. He's not going to be able to pass. And nor is Simon Frelick. Robbins, hold on.
Great car positioning from Robbins there. Really covered it off well. Didn't really give Frelick anywhere to go.
Oh, Watson's retired. Amari Watson's had an accident. Must have been on the final lap. I don't know what's happened to him. He didn't catch it on stream, but that's... I'm just going to quickly see what happened to him. Was it... It's the first one of the evening. Amari Watson lost it following a car in the dirty end. He lost it into the back, into Eau Rouge and out of this race on the final lap. He is going to be devastated with that. Really annoyed making a mistake, but easy to do. You know, particularly the cars are lacking grip as well. But going back to the front of the field, Meister looks like, oh, just seen Frelick have a bit of a moment as well. But Meister looks like he's going to hold on for the victory here. Take, I believe, 860 E-Racing's second victory of the season. I could be mistaken.
I think so. I think
sure.
Brampton took a victory in Silverstone.
He did after penalties. You're quite right. Sven de Vries isn't close enough, is he? And Justin Meister's going to go through the bus stop chicane for the final time and take the victory here. In Spa, job done. Justin Meister takes the victory. Sven de Vries second. Danny Robbins gets a podium for Gio. Fantastic. Congratulations to them. Simon Frelick fourth. Hoekstra in fifth. Tom Stevens in sixth. And Galgi seventh. Lexo 8th. Thomas Harvey 9th. Luca Fast 10th. Tom Voss 11th. Kabashik in 12th. A spinner at the bus stop. Teska's lost it. Moscato's going to take 13th. Hutt 14th. I think Mike Bell's actually going to sneak away and get a point. He does. Teska's going to be in 16th place across the line. Chris Grisford 17th. John McLean in 18th. Dan Herlock 19th. And Jada Wright ran it at the top 20. Hemmingson, this will be his first non-points finish of the season. Car 21, finishing in 21st position. And showing his annoyance, I think, by running wide. And spinning across the line. Not recommended, Martin, I must say. Come on, be a good boy now. Caitlin Penny will be in P22. Paul Augustin in P23. And that will be the final finisher of this event. But Ewan, it's been a very eventful race. We apologise for the technical faults that we've also had. You know, it's not ideal. We've had a problem with Shadow a few times now this season. You know, maybe it's time for maybe a change at the end of the season. But Ewan, great racing all round, really, for this whole event.
Yeah, absolutely. Controlled aggression. You know, it really seems like well, the quality improved really over the break because there was so much wheel-to-wheel racing that didn't end in collisions. And most of the collisions actually were your law of averages sort of accidental. There wasn't really anyone at fault. So yeah, it was great. If there was any doubts, by the way, about Martin Hemmingson, he did his fastest lap for 1:55.5, second faster than anyone else in that race.
So yeah, showing his speed once again. So that has been sparked. That has been the return of GPVWC after the summer break. We're now going to have some interviews, of course. So starting with Stephen, I'll tell you what. Let's start with Sven de Vries. Sven de Vries, bowing out of Formula Challenge this season with a podium, and should have been 2 podiums, Sven, if not for that incident or accident in race 1. But it looks like, even though it looks like you'd have had a lot of fun racing out there this evening.
Yeah, it was a little dumb on my end in race 1. I just kind of lost concentration. Was looking around the room and suddenly I was in the wall. Surprised the wing stayed on, but that car, it was like driving on ice. My wrist hurt keeping it straight through the corner. I'm really surprised I was actually able to finish it. So I'll take 8th or whatever I finished. Race 2 was a lot more fun with the overtakes. I had a low downforce setup. So it was really rough for me to get anywhere close to the cars ahead of me, which kind of ruined my chances at the end of making a move. But nonetheless, good race. I'll take 2nd. I think Rookie Monsters didn't have too many points on the board just yet, so hopefully this will help them out in their 2020 campaign.
Yeah, they've had a rough season, so they should be knighting you, quite frankly, for your performance here.
You know what?
Today.
I agree.
Yeah. But obviously now Civ Cup beckons for you for the rest of the season. Obviously, you had a great time of it when you was there before at I've forgotten to play team name now. That's all for it. We had a great time before Satellite.
Yep.
There we go. More to
Yeah,
say?
it's gonna be fun. Like back on the old nest with Satellite. Not necessarily looking forward to the tire management, but we'll just roll with it and we'll see how it goes and what happens. So should be a good time.
Awesome stuff. Well, well done for your season in Formula Challenge. We're looking forward to seeing more of you. I know I'll be certain be watching you, Sven, for the rest of the season in Super Cup. But well done and enjoy your evening and hopefully get your arms straight after the steering problems of race 1 as well. But take care.
Thanks.
Have a great evening.
You too.
I'm also going to bring in the team boss of Neptune Sim Racing as well. With obviously speaking on behalf of Marcy Hemmingson, Rodrigo Carvalho here once again. A mixed bag, shall we say? A mixed evening for the team. Another race victory to add to your collection, but problems in race 2. Can you maybe reflect a little bit on that?
Hello, David. Well, first, Mark make another very good job on the pole position again. Race 1, as always. I want to talk to you not just about the race, but other things also that bother me a little bit, because some people talk things that is not good and it's a bit unfair, I think. First of all of the work of the Martin's win today was to Martin. I don't make any work with him for this round in Spa. He trained alone. He make his own setup and he wins. I gave all the congratulations to Martin. He's a top driver. People talk, but Neptune is just because of Martin. He's a top driver. What do you mean? You want to pay the money I pay for Martin? If you pay the money I pay for Martin, you can have Martin also. People be a bit bothered because I celebrate the win, but people forget Martin represents Neptune. When Martin don't race more for Neptune for next years, I don't know what will happen for the next years. Then people can talk that Neptune is just a team because of Martin, etc., or not. We don't know about the future. I just focus now on the present, and I work hard to make my team be a good position on the grid because I'm a very competitive guy. About the race, for not just for Martin, for my other driver Andonovski. He don't have the best day. Race one, he have the bad luck to be on the problem that having the Eau Rouge on the start. In the race two, he have an incident that make he lose the rear wing. Bad luck for him. For Martin, same thing in race two. He have a bad luck after try to fight for a position, and after that he lost a lot of position and just finished the race to finish because he had no chance to make points. Was a bit disappointed the race too, but we hope for the next round we can make the results that we did not make in the race two, and I hope people try to understand that I know that I have a top driver. I not talk that Martin will be nothing with me. I think he can be a top driver in anything he races in FC because he fight for a championship a year ago with the Mouse One. So of course he can drive for everything. He can make results for everything. But people expect have some people that drive in some championships that they have a level above the others, but we don't talk nothing about that. So I don't know the reason for these attacks. That's it.
Well, we'll obviously see happens afterwards. 'Cause, debatable incident, no doubt about it. But in the end of the day, the DC will sort it out eventually. Sure, it'll get reported. But as far as that's concerned, and obviously Tim and Jay had a few struggles there tonight as well. But again, top of the championship, you can relax a little bit. Still got a good points haul from Martin in race one. Another win to add to your mantelpiece. And Martin's, of course. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time, Rodrigo. Well done.
Okay, thank you, David.
I'm actually just going to have one more interview, I think, with a man we haven't heard from this season. First time in the commentary box for a new race winner in GPVWC, Justin Meister. Congratulations on your first win and 86's second win in Career Ladder as well. How are you feeling after all that? It's a tough race in the end, but getting the job done nevertheless.
Yeah, it obviously feels really good. I got really stressed in the end by Sven, but I managed to keep it together. And yeah, I don't have many words now. I'm just happy.
Understandable, it's tough. There's a lot of people who've done GPB before and never won. And even in form of challenge, it's the fourth tier. It's still really tough, as you can testify after tonight. But for the team as well, great for the team going forward. Obviously, about mid-pack in the standings. But I'm guessing now for the second half of this season after summer break, you must go now for the final races. Quite a bit of a boost, a bit of a confidence for you.
Yeah, definitely. It was only my second round as well, so I'm looking forward to the next ones. And as soon as Brandon gets back from his work, he will get in the seat again. So I hope he can do well as well. I'm just looking for the best.
Well, fingers crossed, because 86 have been a good credit for the league. They've shown themselves well. They've done a good job. So keep up the great work. Hope the team keep up the great work as well for the rest of the season. And who knows where you might end up at the end. But well done. Be really proud, because it is a tough job to win in GPWC. So be proud of tonight, and we'll enjoy, and we'll hopefully see you in the future as well, maybe in a couple of weeks or so.
Yeah, definitely. Next round I'm back.
Fantastic. Just going to do one more, actually a couple more cheeky interviews after two great drivers actually performed really well in race one, actually. I remember them scrapping a huge amount. We have Stephen Lexer and Wutko Extra in the box together, and I thought I'd pull you both in because you were pretty much glued together, particularly in race one. I'll start with you first, Stephen. Great racing again. I know you had a few problems with the pedals beforehand, but getting some more important nights for Nova team and having some great battles along the way.
Yeah, this one has been quite unexpected, as I struggled a lot during practice with the setup and with the pedals as well. But yeah, the racing has just been really, really good today in race one and also in race two, where I was struggling quite a lot with the dirty air effect. But still, the side-by-side moments were just brilliant. No touching, going side by side through the comp. So yeah, it's just amazing. And I know Josh had a bad time now with David not being able to race today, but I'm very happy to score some points. And my teammate got points as well in race 2 after a bad race 1, so quite good for the team.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, particularly, I mean, team at Nova. Obviously, we talked to Watkin in a moment with HGP as well. It's going to be a tough running for a lot of teams who are trying to fight for those promotion positions. But go to Watkin now. Again, great to have you back, first of all. And you came back and showed more of the old self, shall we say, with performances that delivered points and really good points as well.
Yeah, if I could say it was actually even a little bit better than before I quit, because normally I would screw up one of the races, and now I think I did pretty well in both of them. So yeah, I'm really happy. The car felt good. I was suffering a little bit of understeer, so just before the race, I changed one or two things just to make me feel a little bit better. Well, at least that was what I was hoping, and it helped me a lot, especially in the race. But yeah, I tried to overtake Martin in the first lap because I knew that was my only chance, basically. But then I outbraked myself, tiny mistake, lost 2 positions to Sven and Steven. Yeah, then I was fighting with Steven the whole race, but because I was able to follow him in the dirty air quite well, but because of the speed, like my limiter was halfway through the straight, I already reached the limiter at the maximum speed, so I couldn't get past him. I think that would have been nice if I had a few extra kilometers an hour, but I changed that for race 2. But yeah, it made the traction and the acceleration out of the corners a bit trickier, a bit slower. So I was struggling in the first laps, but once I got going, I managed to pass a few people on the way and finish 5th. So I'm happy to be back. I think Frank is happy to have me back as well. And I'm glad that Tom also scored a few points in race 2. And let's hope we can keep going like this.
Yeah, it's refreshing to see, you, Steve, and a few of us coming back into the league as well in the last few rounds, and hopefully for the last rounds of the season as well. Obviously, got 6 more rounds to go. Congratulations, guys. Good points haul again, proving yourselves to be, hopefully go up in the championship positions as well a little bit. Obviously, a few people have problems around you and didn't turn up today. So we'll look forward to seeing you both in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
No worries. We'll round off the broadcast there. See quite a few interviews we've had as well. And again, apologies for any technical problems, difficulties with the broadcast. So Shadow has been a bit shaky again. But Ewan, first time in a Formula Challenge broadcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for being here tonight. And we'll hopefully have you again here in 2 weeks' time as well.
No problem.
It's outstanding. And I see a few people in the broadcast as well, enjoying your input and commentary as well. So please stick around. You help me out quite a lot. But also Sandeep Singh and Garrett DeFries on cameras as well. Thank you for that. The efforts there. He struggles at times, but you pulled it back really well as well. And we'll obviously next broadcast in 6 days' time here at Spa. Some Super Cup action as well. It's great to be back with the build-up of the ladder as well. Super Cup, Super League Lights and Super League coming up next week. You'll hear from me in 2 weeks' time. Back for more action at Monza. It is in 2 weeks' time. We'll see you there. Bye for now. I don't know if it's dead or not. Well, we don't know. He's got a green light. Can't hear from him, unfortunately. But thanks, Garrett, anyway. I really appreciate that. Yeah.
That's strange.
Shadow's great, isn't it? Yeah.
By the way,
Yeah.
Sandeep,
Got to get rid of that, I think.
I think Wopke knows my rearing now as good as you.
Okay.
No, he saw it for a full race in Bahrain as well. No,
Yeah.
but
Sorry,
still.
guys.
By the way, Josh, I need you
Rodrigo
break the
took
loose
up
on
all
my
the
rearing.
time.
You break, you lose.
Yeah.
Nice.
Stream's still online.
Yeah, stream is still live. So
Fuck.
You
fuck
better
it.
have muted it.
Damn.
I have the
you
link
muted
open.
it, but you
well.
didn't. He didn't.
Nice.
Oh no, you cannot hear it. I have it online. I
Okay.
I thought I could hear it, but
Well, fuck it.
Bruh.